Professor Dave Explained, a poem by French Louis. This is a letter to the one that calls himself Professor Dave Explains. Just because you smirk a lot and act arrogant does not make you sane. I get your gimmick. You use fancy words while saying the word science a lot. Then you call flat earthers insane. Yes, you might be able to explain why it rains, and I'm not even going to belittle you for calling yourself a professor. I went to college too. But when you diss cosmology, you're clearly out of your lane. Everything you say is theoretical. This is why Neil deGrasse Tyson came. So now science, you cannot blame. You can just shape it and shift it to fit your theory, like when you bleach out a stain. But you always say it's proven, and then you belittle flat earthers with jokes that are totally lame. But I want to go easy on you, because I don't think you're using science for fame. But you're naive, brainwashed by Democrats in the public school system, where competing in education is their aim. So here we go. This is Professor Dave Explained. You are a religious zealot, and that word science is your pellets. Yes, things work, we can all observe, but then without knowing the true meaning behind your ideology, you say, I want this, and what you want is your theory to match your religious relics. But you don't know what those are, so you say science, I felt this. Deceived by your eyes, to feel something true with words that led to bliss, and feeling better than others, thinking you're smarter is your favorite kiss. See, science is a religion. Yes, sometimes it's right, but it steals our vision. Tests, experiments, and observations. This should produce wisdom, the application of knowledge. And because being right and acting smart is your only mission, you call things true that are truly false, just so you can feel like you have won. Calling people stupid from you, this is no fun. All you have is that stupid word, science. Everything you believe is a theory. You fell for the con, son. Without computers and CGI, your arguments have become undone. You think these lights prove celestial spheres? Because you were taught by people that worship the sun. The only way to prove something is to believe, and because government pays for your science, I think that they are trying to deceive. Let's travel to where Richard E. Byrd went. From Christchurch, New Zealand, we shall leave. We shall fly straight. And if this earth is a globe, like you say, we'll end up in the Atlantic. But if we don't, you must concede. Outside the wall, it won't be just you and me. We will film it for all to see. Or we could circumnavigate Antarctica, but getting you to admit you're wrong is the key, because your science always changes with new data, and then government forces us to pay its fees. So let's try it again. Explained. Dave, you're egotistical and arrogant. To you, this is how you get saved. Using that word science is the way you wave. And because it's religious dogma, you never have to cave. Explained. Go ahead, show us some more fake pictures, or airplane flights, patterns that can't be booked on any given day. They don't exist. But go ahead, say your magic word again. Science. That's literally all you can say. Explained. The religious say it's God's way, but science says I'm God because you're not smart enough to navigate my maze. Flat earthers figured out that the sun is not 93 million miles away. We looked at it and also measured its light rays. 3,000 miles is what we came up with. Why don't you just say okay? I know why. It's because you're arrogant and want to say it's me that rules the day. So come on, Dave Explains. Your 15 minutes of fame is almost up anyways. Just concede, or just keep saying that stupid word, science, which is really just a phase. So in a sentence, not a word, it's arrogance and self-righteousness, not science, that makes Professor Dave Explained.